this kid right here, I promise you, he's a quick learner. Like yo, he started mixing and he was doing stuff. Like I'm like, yeah, you good.
You know what I mean? So he definitely doing this thing. Shout out to Big Mont showing them the ropes. But we got to talk about the Republican candidate is running for president. His brother made some true remarks.
You sound like you sound like Carmen.
Like, homegirl, yeah. Shout out to Carmen, man.
We gotta get that up too.
You know, shout out to her. But you know, the Republican candidate that's running for presidency in the United States has made true remarks about females. Yes, this comes to no surprise. It's something that they actually said a few years back, right? Yes, but now it's coming to full surface about what he said. You know, they dig everything up. You know, 2005. So 11 years ago, he made his remarks. So we're about to get into that, man. What's some of the remarks his brother made, B?
Oh, yeah, we already know what he said, man. Well, you know, when we talk about Trump, we got to realize who we're talking about, man. We're talking about a rich, white, Republican male. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? And these people run the world, honestly, you know? Yeah. So they automatically feel that everything, they got white privilege, dog. White privilege is real. They feel that every single thing should be theirs.
Wait, his vice president said, I can't even condone stuff he says.
That's what's up. You know, we need more people to stand up for that.
How you gonna be your vice president?
Exactly.
And you know what? He still might win.
Exactly. Well, let's talk about the people he actually offended already. He already offended immigrants.
Right.
With his comments that he made about Mexicans, you know? Talking about he gonna build up a wall. Mm-hmm. Is you crazy? We can actually get into the psychology of that, but we're gonna wait to the next section to speak about that. Mm-hmm. Also, he you know, he offended black people on a regular basis. He always does this. You know what I mean?
Right.
And he just recently offended women, which is statements that he made in 2005. But it's not just the statements that he made in 2005. You know, he said that basically the gist of it is that he's rich. Mm-hmm. And he can get whatever he wants from women. He can do whatever he wants to women because he's a rich white man, basically. He said he could just grab them by the crotch because this is what they want.
Yo.
Got the joke, man.
Yeah.
It's a joke. It's a joke that he made it this far, for one.
Exactly.
I thought of for that.
Exactly.
You know.
Yo,
I was watching this movie back in the day with my man, Richard Pryor. Was it Richard Pryor?
Oh, the toy.
No. When he ran for president. Matter of fact, it
wasn't Bruce Willis. You know, got the T-shirt.
Yeah, was that the one where he was like
none of the above?
Exactly.
Yes.
And it's a joke. And he actually, you
never seen me wear that T-shirt?
I seen it. Listen, this is what we seeing right now in real life, man. This kid is a joke. He's really a joke with all the comments that he's making. You understand what I'm saying? It's like he's showing you that the only people he care about is rich white people. He don't care about women. He don't care about black minorities. He doesn't care about immigrants. He don't care about anything. And this, supposedly, are some of the things that make America a great country. America is known for accepting your weak.
Wait. Stop.
Yeah.
He said, I'm going to make America great again.
But what does that mean, though? You know what I'm saying?
When was America ever great?
That too, but what does that mean by making America great?
I don't even want to talk about this shit.
Exactly.
I don't even want to talk about this shit no more.
It's all right. Listen, man, that's a smoke screen. Because when we look at the economy, we say the economy is doing bad. But the economy is only doing bad for the middle class and the poor. That's who the economy is doing bad for. Right. You know, there's a shrinking middle class. There is no middle class, basically. You know, it's hard for a brother. You know, let's talk about taxes, you know, because the fact that he claimed that he lost over $900 million in taxes and hasn't paid taxes for, close to 20 years.
But he'll never show the tax returns.
Yeah, he filed, but that was one of the reasons why he filed for bankruptcy.
Right.
So he could evade the taxes. Meanwhile, you get a brother who's making about 60 by themselves. Let's say a brother making $60,000 to $90,000 in money. You understand? We're paying that 30% tax, 30 to 35% tax. Right. You understand? We're paying sales tax on everything that we do. We're not getting tax write-offs for that if you don't own the company, or you don't have children. You understand what I'm saying? We're being killed. My man always tell me, you know, you got to fill out your taxes right and you get them back at the end of the year. But every year I owe, man.
See, and that's one thing I understand. How the fuck are you paying taxes out of your check?
That's why you always owe.
That's crazy. If you're paying taxes out of your check, why do you have to owe money? You know
because they stealing from you, basically.
I mean, that's a topic I don't think we're not really too schooled in that topic to really make a statement, because I'm sure, like I say with evolution, you understand stuff. People say stuff because they're not educated about. So I'm not even going to talk about the taxes because I don't want to be a hypocrite. I'll say something that somebody who really gets into it will be like, yo, what is this guy talking about? And basically refute everything we talking about. So avoid that. I'm going to stay out of that lane. You understand what I'm saying? But I will say this about this dude, Donald Trump, man. He's not that intelligent when it comes to politics. He may be a good businessman, but when it comes to politics, he's not that intelligent. And anyone who saw that first debate between him and Hillary Clinton, they'll see that, you know? And I want to talk about the fact that he's disrespectful. You understand? He does not respect her as a person. She's speaking, and he's interrupting her. Allow her the same respect that you would give another male.
Who told you that?
Exactly. He's interrupting the moderator. The moderator can't even speak. Who's a black man? You understand? So he's showing his disrespect for black people, also women. He don't see you as an equal. So I don't understand how any woman could vote for a man that's not going to see you as an equal.
You got people that's going to vote for him, though.
Exactly.
A lot of these people,
my
job, they really like, yo, they vote for Trump. I'm like, yo, bird.
Like, are we really? Yo, I drive through Merrick.
And people say they don't vote for Hillary because they say she's a liar.
I drive now, right?
And Trump not.
They say she's a liar. That's why
I drive through Merrick.
They say she's a liar.
And they got Trump signs up like
he's leading the polls in Long Island.
Going out of style. Like it's going out of style. And you know what? Fine. You vote for who the hell you gonna vote for? Because you know what? I promise you. That turn shit might turn real.
Well, we're gonna talk about that. And this is
the bottom line is, you know, neither candidate respect each other. He doesn't respect her because she's a female. She doesn't respect him because he's not a real politician.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it comes down. Right.
See, he can't compete with her intellectually.
Yeah.
Just like with Barack Obama. They couldn't compete with him intellectually. Mm-hmm. You got to look at this brother, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you look at the first lady, Michelle Obama.
She's
look at how intelligent she was. And this is what I'm saying. In order to be a black presidential candidate, you have to be the best of the best. Yeah. Donald Trump is not the best of the best. Nah. This lets you know that this country is crazy when it comes to that. You understand what I'm saying? He's not the best of the best. Imagine you get
the more you speak.
Imagine if Puffy ran for president. Puffy's a better businessman than Trump. But imagine Puffy trying to run for president.
Ace is laughing. I'm swear to you, the more you speak, the more angry I get.
You understand? And that's not even a good
like Kanye saying he gonna run for president, right?
You might as well.
But is it real? Ace, is it real? Like you understand why this just frustrates me.
He might as well. And Trump is not even a man. I'm gonna look into the camera to say this one. Trump is not a man. And I'm gonna tell you why he's not a man. He's not mature. Listen, it takes a mature person to admit when you're wrong. And it also takes a man or an adult, not even a man.
We not even gonna talk about
it takes an adult to admit when you're wrong and say, I was wrong, I apologize. Let me go back on that. It takes an adult to do that. Now, people, I want to bring this up because a lot of black people don't remember this. All right? We from New York, so we remember it. Remember the Central Park 5. Mm-hmm. The Central Park 5.
That bitch was a slut.
You know what I mean? Like she didn't bring that upon herself. She was just a jogger. You understand? And she got raped and almost killed. You understand what I'm saying?
But
so my sympathies go out to her. But people, check this out. Yo, Donald Trump said when the whole situation was going on that they need to bring back the death penalty in New York so that they could give these boys the death penalty. Meanwhile, these were little kids. You understand what I'm saying? These little kids that they thought did it. Now, we know that this whole case was about white men protecting their white women. You understand what I'm saying? Which they love to do. And, you know, honestly, I can't put that on them because black men need to protect their women and children also. This is what we need to do. So we all know what that case was. But these boys spent time of their life in prison for a crime that they did not commit. And we know that they didn't commit it because a guy who was also in prison admitted to the fact that he was the one who did it. Then further DNA evidence came out and prove the innocence of these boys because none of their DNA samples were inside of this woman. You understand what I'm saying?
Like I
So
said,
DNA evidence proved that these guys were innocent.
Mm-hmm.
So the city basically gave them money. Trump said they shouldn't have gave them anything and said the DNA evidence don't matter. The fact that another person admitted to doing the crime doesn't matter because he still believes that they did it. Now, how immature is that? How immature is that? You really gonna have a man as president who is not big enough to admit that they made a mistake, that they were wrong. Somebody that put every single thing that they believed in into an argument, and once that argument got proved wrong, they can't come back and be a man and say, you know what? Further evidence proved that I was incorrect about that. I'm sorry. I should have never said what I said. I apologize to the families of the woman who this happened to, and also the families of the victim who lost 16 years of their lives for something that they didn't do.
And they didn't do it, exactly.
This man is not man enough to admit that he's wrong about that. And this is the person y'all want as president.
Exactly.
Bradley,
Really?
Is that really a question?
Come on, man. He's not even a man, son.
It's sad.
Do you really want me to
He ain't
answer
even a
that?
man.
Do you really want me to
Got
answer
here
that?
with that, man.
No, you don't want me to answer that.
And if y'all want more comedy,
All right.
you understand? The presidential debate is tonight at 9. You understand what I'm saying? It's out there. I think it's what St. Louis is gonna be
Yeah,
at.
I don't know. Football's on too. Watch that.
And some of the places that you can watch it is that ABC is gonna have it, CBS, Fox, NBC,
So,
CBS, even Telemundo.
Fucking, excuse my language.
Telemundo
You know
gonna have
what,
it,
but
man.
he ain't with the grown men now.
It's at Washington University.
I'm gonna
in
talk.
St. Louis.
I'm gonna talk.
Yes, sir.
Listen, Bradley, I'm calling you. I'm not calling you B Live right now. I'm calling
Yes,
you
sir.
Bradley. I can care less. If I see him in the street, I might have some kind of feelings.
You ain't gonna be able to do nothing to him.
Try me.
You as soon as you look like you want to do something to Trump, they're gonna get at you, brother.
Well, I look like with
It's like Thought Police. You ever read that book, 1984? Where they used to have the teleprompter, they had the teleprompter in front of you, and they supposedly be able to read your thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
So even if they think that you got an evil thought in your head,
they kill you.
they coming to get you. Also, the Minority Report.
Yeah, I
mentioned
know.
that
I
too.
seen the Minority
You know what I
Report,
mean?
the Red Ball, all
Exactly.
that nonsense. All right, fine.
So go ahead. Even think that thought. They might come over here. They might get us
Well,
today
it
on
might
our way
happen
home.
right
from
now. It might happen while we on there.
here. Exactly.
Listen, listen. I ain't got no love for him.
Nah, I don't either, man.
If he
ain't the
win,
man, sir.
if he win, you know what? That's on y'all.
So you too, you're a citizen, brother. Your people fought for the right for you to vote, man. People lost their lives for that, brother. You understand?
What people?
What do you mean? What
Oh,
people?
let's go back. Let's go back.
Yes, sir.
Oh, thank God, yes. So yeah, I told you, my nephew comes home with a project. Tell me about your culture. Bring in 3 items.
Oh, yes, sir.
What's your culture? Honestly,
What's my culture or what's, what do you mean?
honestly, what's your culture?
I mean, what's our culture?
I mean, what you gonna say? You from Africa?
Well, I mean, that's how,
No,
That's
'cause
part of our culture. It is.
Ain't none of you.
Yeah,
There ain't nobody. There ain't nobody from generation to generation been in Africa.
but it is part of our culture.
Nah,
It is.
screw that. Screw
It's,
that.
it's technically is part of
Screw
our
that.
culture.
That's not your culture.
It is.
That's not your culture.
It is part of my
That's their culture.
Still
Go
part
to
of my culture.
Africa. Go to Africa. You're an American.
I am American. You're right.
So they
I'm
don't
an African American.
accept you. They don't accept you.
You can't say that everybody
No,
is like
I
that.
say they don't accept
You met
you.
every single African.
You don't even know what country in Africa.
You met every single African.
What country?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Okay, but we're still from the continent of Africa.
That's a continent.
Exactly, but that's where we're from. We are African American.
Listen, you know my culture is
But
burning crosses, Ku Klux Klan. My great grandmother was born a slave. That's my culture.
I mean, that's your immediate
Nooses.
culture. That is your
Pictures of lynchings. That's my culture.
immediate culture. You're right. You're African American, so that's part of your culture, of course.
That's all. That's all I know.
Okay, but
you know what I really know?
Where did the slaves come from?
Let me tell you what I really know.
Mhm.
My grandfather name was Earl. I have no idea where he came from.
Mhm.
His son name was Earl Jr.
Mhm.
His other son was Earl III.
Mhm.
My other grandfather name was Charles. His son was named Charles Jr. His son was named Charles III. Only thing I know about my culture is that we unoriginal. Fuck out
I
here.
understand that. So are you saying that from?
I care less.
Are you saying that
I
you're a
have
slave?
no
That's basically what
culture.
you're saying. That's what you're saying.
I am mine. Every day I wake up, every day I get out of bed, I'm mine.
Now,
I gotta
yo,
walk out there, and the police don't care about where I came from, what I did. All they see is Lamont.
Yeah, but you still got African.
and that's the
roots
stamp.
and
Exactly.
heritage.
And that's your stamp. That's what Africa stamped on your color. And this is the reason why you
No,
get treated
I'm
the way you get
just
treated.
black. I'm
And
not.
that's you've been kissed by the sun, brother, just like
I'm
all of
not
us.
African American. If you go to Africa, you're just an American.
So what are you, American?
I'm black.
So what are you, Black American?
I'm a black American. Yep.
All right. And the fact that we are from Africa shapes the way that we were treated in this country, correct? So you are correct. Culturally, we are American. Culturally, we are African American. But our roots are still from Africa. You understand what I'm saying? And
No, those are not my roots.
it is your roots, brother.
I ain't
Get your
sold.
DNA trace. Where's it gonna come back to?
That's all the way across the Atlantic Ocean.
Regardless,
Still your roots.
it's still your roots, man. You was kissed by the sun. Every single thing that we see about you come from the fact that your people came from Africa, brother. Your nose, your lips, everything, your kinky hair when you had it.
That should sound good, don't it?
It's true. You've been kissed by the
It
sun. This
sounds
is
good
where
to
your
your
people
ears.
from.
It sounds good to your ears, but do you really believe that?
Of course I believe that. Of course I believe that.
Yo,
This is why I say that we all together.
Estat Crown, he asked you to come to Africa with him.
Mhm.
Go.
I would love to go to Africa. Of course,
And
I want to plan a
I
trip.
bet you would get. Yeah,
You're talking
go ahead,
crazy.
go,
Man. You're talking crazy. You're
go,
talking crazy.
go.
Because I'm going to tell you why you're talking crazy. Because you have some Jewish people who relate to Jerusalem, but at the same
But
time they go there,
they can rehash their culture.
and we can do the same thing. How can we not? That's why it's up to all of us to go back to Africa and learn some African cultures. That's what it is. If we can't specify exactly what culture we come
It's
from,
not the
it's on us to
same.
accept it all.
All
There's
right.
there's similarities in all African cultures. This is what being African is about. This is why when I say that we're all black, I'm connecting every single body. I don't want to separate it. We were slaves. Americans, Haitians, Jamaicans, Cubans, Puerto Ricans, all these people.
All of the islands.
All the islands. You understand? That's why I say we all together. We shouldn't separate ourselves because we all in the same situation. You understand what I'm saying? And this is us being from Africa and the fact that they took our history, and it's up to us now to try to get that history back in the sense of who we are. And I feel that this is one of the reasons why we lost as a people. This is the reason why, other than, of course, it's not this simple, but I feel one of the reasons why we act the way we act is because we don't see each other as brothers. You understand? We are all brothers. You understand? We all fighting for the same cause.
I see you as a brother.
Exactly.
Both of y'all.
Of course, we all brothers. If a black person down the street, if I was to walk down the street and I see a black person being harassed, it is my duty to speak up for that black person. And that leads us to Nat Turner. I didn't see the movie, but what I will tell you is this. I've read about the brother Nat Turner. And I'm going to tell you this, man. First and foremost, we need to talk about, I did see a couple scenes to it.
Okay.
What we need to do first is talk about this. Dispense of that myth that none of the slaves fought back. They've been fighting back from since they got taken from Africa. There were people that fought on the slave boats, and there was people that fought once we got here.
Mm-hmm.
And these type of people been around forever. So basically, there was one scene in the movie that was very telling. These brothers were trying to attempt to starve themselves.
Okay.
Because they'd rather starve and get sick than to be a slave and work for that white man.
Right.
Let me tell you what these brothers did. Not these brothers. These. And matter of fact, I'm gonna use this word. I don't refer to white people as this, but I will use this for the slave owners. These crackers. I'm gonna tell you what these crackers did.
They had a device.
What they did was they took a stake type thing, took a nail, and knocked out the brother's teeth.
Yeah.
Knocked out his teeth, put a funnel, and put the food down his throat to make sure that he ate. And he did it right next to another brother so that these people could see exactly what's happening, what's going to happen to you. We are, no matter what, you can talk about souls and this, that, and the third. But when it all boils down to, we are humans. And humans in general do not want to get hurt.
Let's go see the movie tonight.
You understand what I'm saying? And humans don't want to get hurt. You understand? So if you see something like that happening to another human, that's going to put you in line. You understand what I'm saying? It takes a very, very, very special person to not put him in line. So with Nat Turner, what they would do is, because a lot of the slaves were being beaten. So they were like, you know what? I'm not going to do work. So the slave owners saw this. So what they did was they got Nat Turner, who was a preacher, who actually knew how to read the Bible.
Right.
So they took select pieces from the Bible for him, and the slave owner, his master, basically, his whole plantation was down. You know, they was losing money. They wasn't getting money. So the other slave owners would pay him to get Nat Turner to come to their plantation to preach the word of God to other slaves so that they could increase the morale. But he only could speak select verses of it. You understand? Like the parts where they say, praise the master. You understand what I'm saying? Do what your master tells you. Your true blessing is gonna come in the afterlife. So he got money. The owner got money for for Nat Turner to go to each plantation and preach this to the other slaves.
So he's preaching the false word then.
Well, actually, it's not the false word. You understand? So this is what they did, you know, because a lot of brothers, and I do have to give Christianity props for this, and the belief of God props for this. And this is why, you know, I don't try to get too bad on them, because if you use the Lord for something positive, like Nat Turner did, he was smart enough to realize that, you know what, there are verses in there for the slave owners. You know what I mean? They say, all right, be a good slave, listen to your master. But at the same time, other verses say, you are human. God created everybody equal.
Right.
Also, if somebody is doing this to you, you don't gotta listen to them. You know, they're not righteous. You know, pick up for yourself, stick up for yourself, fight for yourself. These are all scriptures within the same Bible. You understand what I'm saying? So when you look at the Bible, you can actually come up with 2, 3, 4, 5 different meanings. You know, some people look at the story of Jesus and they'll get some passive guy, turn the other cheek, let a motherfucker hit you,
and it's nothing. English.
You understand?
So now, like, it's really like it's not.
It could be so many different ways that it could be interpreted. But somebody else could listen to the word of Jesus and say, you know what, Jesus fought out against the word of the day. That's why he was crucified, because he was saying that he was God's son. And everybody's like, yo, you're not. How can this is blasphemy for a human to say that they God's son? And he's like, you know what? Forget you guys. I am God's son. Right. A kid walking into, you know, a church and actually preaching to grown men saying, you know, you're using this wrong. You know what I mean? The traditions are wrong that you learn from the Old Testament. You're not taking it the right way. He's teaching men, grown men. Jesus was a kid teaching grown men. You understand? The kid telling this, that's radical at the time. That's what I'm saying. That's radical. So you can look at the Jesus story and also get a radical sense of it. You understand? So when I get down on the Bible, if you like Nat Turner, if you using the Bible as Nat Turner used it, it's all positive. This brother rallied up against the cracker, got a whole bunch of black people, slaves from the plantation together.
You know where that word comes from, right?
Of course. You know what I mean? Got a whole bunch of brothers together and they rebelled. I think they killed something in 48 hours. I think they killed something like 60 slave masters and people in their plantation. Wow. They went from plantation to plantation, murdering these people.
Yeah, just everybody.
They had axes.
They took that a whole town.
They was going crazy, son. You know what I mean? Like they breaking in the house, like knocking on the door. Master come to the door. You go, hit them with an axe. Bow. They sleeping. They over the bed. Bow. Chopping their heads off. You know,
kids, everything.
Nobody was
safe.
You know,
Yeah.
And as
Yo, he was a
I
beast.
gotta read
Nat Turner was-
I gotta see this movie.
Like I said,
Nat
like,
Turner was the
we
man,
go,
son.
yo, I told you, like
Nat
after
Turner
the
was the
show,
man,
we
man.
go to the movie.
Mark, he
It's
is a historical
on me,
figure.
on me.
Historical figure for black men. You know, for black people in general.
And you know, I ain't never treat you nothing. It's on me.
You know, and he used the Bible to justify this. You understand?
Right.
So he took his strength from the Lord and he honestly spoke that into the slaves and gave them hope. You understand? So
I'm
that's
gonna
a
tell you how
beautiful
it
thing.
is, though.
It's a beautiful thing.
He lose.
Well, in history, yeah, he loses the angle. He got hung because what they were doing was they were free black men. They was taking them, murdering them. They was murdering all the black men. So I think like over, I don't know, I don't want to mess up the numbers, but there's a lot of black people that got killed for, you know, because of what he did and from what they did, and they rebelled. So I mean, you gotta look at it like this, man. What's bigger? The statement that you're gonna make, you know, like let's say I was like, you know what, F the police. After they killing all these black people, I'm gonna get a gang of black people, 50 of us, and we're gonna go to each precinct and we're gonna murder the police. You understand?
No,
And
I
then
want us
as
all.
Exactly, that'd be perfect. But you know what I mean?
But it's never
As a
going to be us
retaliation,
all.
but as a retaliation, let's say we take out 200 police officers, but as a retaliation, they take out 3,000 black people. You understand what I'm saying?
It won't.
You
It
gotta
won't
ask
even.
yourself, is that
It won't even be a national strategy.
exactly?
Ain't gonna
You
be
gotta
no
ask
day
yourself,
for us.
you know,
It
is it
ain't gonna
worth
be
it?
no.
Is it
No
worth it?
school's gonna
You
be open.
I don't think it is. It's not worth it.
Sometimes, I mean,
I mean,
sometimes you gotta lose. Sometimes
sometimes-
lives have got to be lost to make a
Yeah,
big
I
mistake.
mean,
I said,
when you had an M16 pointing at your head,
Mhm. And
you
people
feel
talk,
a different way about the police.
and this, and you talk about African spirituality, and this is what I'm gonna talk about with African spirituality. You know, people talk about heaven. To me, I don't believe in heaven. You understand? But what I do believe in is that people can live forever. You understand what I'm saying? And it doesn't have to be anything spooky about
Your
it.
energy.
Nat Turner is dead right now,
Mhm.
but Nat Turner inspires me to this day. So he's still alive in the minds of everybody. Malcolm X still inspires us today. 200 years from now, there could be us still living in the same situation.
But half of these dudes, they don't feel like.
You're right. You're
That's
right.
they just.
This is why we gotta,
They
you know,
content.
Exactly. This is why we got to
I'm
school
not
each other.
content.
Exactly. This is why we got to school each other. So 300, 400, 1,000 years from now, it could be people in the same situation. You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And they could look at the Nat Turner story, or they could look at Malcolm X or Martin Luther King, or you know what I mean, anybody. And these stories are gonna, you know, and ignite a feeling, Tupac, ignite feeling in people and make them act. So
But you
in
know
theory,
what? Being comfortable
yeah,
and being content are two different things.
right, definitely,
And I'm comfortable,
yeah,
but I'm never content.
exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It's definitely different.
So you know, spirits. That's why I say I don't believe in the spirit world, but your message can live forever, and you can inspire emotion and feelings into anybody. So the same thing with Jesus. I don't believe that Jesus physically rose from the dead, but and you know his ideas. Who somebody like me, I look at his ideas. I could draw strength from Jesus's message. You understand what I'm saying? Because he was a great
Do unto
man
others.
in history, a great man in history. So I mean, he's speaking to me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Malcolm X is speaking to you. Malcolm X, when Jaden gets older, gonna speak to them. When Jaden has kids, when his kids have kids, it's all gonna speak to him.
DJ J.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right, right.
So in theory,
Holla.
you can live forever by doing great things and affecting your life as a whole. So let me ask you brothers this, man, and we're gonna end on this. If you was to know that you could give your life right now and save the rest of humanity from this point forward, would you do that? Would you die right now at this moment if you was to be sure that everybody from this point on was going to be saved and everybody gonna have eternal life? Would you give your life right now for that?
I probably would.
I already did.
I probably would.
When I was in that coma, that was one of my
Probably would. Would
dreams.
you?
Of course, I would die.
When I was in that coma,
If-
I already did that shit.
If they was to tell me right now, I gotta die in order for Jaden's kids to live
Mhm.
and for
Forever?
Jaden's kids to live forever,
Forever,
I would definitely do
ever.
it. I would definitely
Yeah.
do it.
No, you're right. You would because, yeah,
Did a good job, man.
yeah,
Sir?
you would. Like, you know what? You'll always be remembered.
You living forever.
Yeah, live forever. That's the point you made. The hell of a point. That's a hell of a point. Because you remember forever. That man sacrificed his own life. Pretty much what Jesus did, they say.
Exactly.
But we're living in the world of sin right now.
Yeah, we definitely are, man.
But I wouldn't do it for it to be turmoil. For the greater good, I would, but not for turmoil.
Exactly.
If it's gonna be turmoil throughout the world and hate,
As long as there's people, it's always gonna be turmoil.
hate and you know what I'm saying, and maliciousness and racism. No, I wouldn't do it. What? I wouldn't do it. Nah,
Dying in vain.
exactly. I wouldn't do it. But if I know it'll be a peaceful world and no violence, I definitely do it. One think twice about it.
Yes, sir.
That's some real shit.
It's real, baby. Life is real.
That's some real stuff right there, man. But we definitely got to see that play. That brother, he did some interviews this week. His name is Nate Parker.
Yes, sir.
The guy who wrote, and he's actually the lead in, he's playing Nate Turner, right?
Yes.
Nat Turner.
Yes, sir.
Brother by the name Nate Parker playing his role. He actually took some heat for this movie.
Yes, sir.
And he went on, I think, Good Morning America, and he felt like it was an ambush.
Yeah,
Because they're bringing up relevant stuff. They're bringing up some old rape case that he had going on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on, we're here to talk about the movie. We're not here to talk about some shit that happened a few years back.
Right.
And this guy, he's a hell of an actor. I've seen him in a few things before.
Yeah.
For him, he's the same age as us, 36 years old.
My brother doing his thing, man.
Hey, 36 years old, same age as us. So he's definitely painting that picture for us, for everybody to see, and he's putting it out there. Because some people don't like to read books. So now he's putting it on putting it on the tube for you to see on the screen, on the big screen.
You gotta ask why. You know what I mean? Why bring that out now?
Right.
Why? It's clear. It's a message that they do not want you to see. They don't want you to believe that you could go out there and kill these people. That's a message they don't want you to see. What's his name? Nate Parker, right?
Yeah, Nate Parker, yeah.
Now let's see some of the other movies that he did. You know what I mean? You know this, brother.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like this. Why didn't these accusations and all of this stuff come out prior? You know what I mean? Why now?
Right.
Why?
He wrestled, he did a little acting.
He played, what is it? Played the male lead in Romeo and Juliet, or hip hop Romeo and Juliet. The Great Debaters.
He was in that.
Yep.
Denzel Washington.
Exactly. He did he did a bunch of stuff, man. You know what I mean? So why bring it up now?
Exactly. It's the way to try to bring you down, man.
Yeah, he did Dirty, Cruel World. He was in Pride. I remember Pride. The Great Debaters, Felon, Romeo and Juliet, The Secret Life of Bees,
Beyond the Lights,
Red Tails. Yep. Arbitrage. That's what I remember from. That was a great movie, son. When you get a chance, watch that movie, Arbitrage. Great movie.
Richard Gere.
Yep. Great movie. Beyond the Lights. Why didn't bring it up then? When Beyond the Lights came out.
Mm-hmm. He was in Nonstop, but that's another good one. That movie that was on the plane with Liam Neeson.
Oh yeah.
He was in that. He played one dude that was crooked. But NAACP award.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. Outstanding supporting actor in the motion picture
for the
Great Debaters and The Secret Life of Bees.
Mm-hmm.
He got best supporting actor. Wow. For Arbitrage.
Yeah.
Hamptons International Film Festival. I mean, the brother's a great actor, man. He's a great actor. He got an NAACP Image Award and the Black Reel Award for Outstanding Actor in the Motion Picture and Beyond the Lights. Mm-hmm. He also got Outstanding Actor in Beyond the Lights, which was he was nominated. I don't think he was nominated. He ain't winning. You know what I mean? But that's what's up, man. Support that brother.
I definitely support that.
I want to bring up rape charges, man.
Irrelevant shit, right?
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, it's relevant.
Anyway. I hate to cut y'all off. Let DJ J close out the show.
Yes, sir.
Make sure y'all tune in every Sunday, 1 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hit that.